see. Check, check. And yo, 5. Come on, show me that we're live, baby. I can see it up on my. Yes, and we're live. Hey, everybody.
Ayo.
Everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood beat maker, P. Miller. You know I love you, and I'm glad you're hopping in here tonight. We got a really fun talk going on. You know what it is. It's Tuesday Talks. It's Let's Hang. It's Let's Hang with the homie P. Miller, Creative Underground Voices. And today, we've got a little bit of a special guest here. Now, let me introduce you guys to a cat that I met, what was it, 8 months, 8 years, 8 eons ago. When I first saw this guy, the first video I ever saw of this guy was him rapping in a fried chicken catfish joint at an open mic. And it has been 8 months, and this guy is taking over the world. He's got fans in Australia, fans in New Zealand, fans on the moon. All the fans are on the move. Everybody's talking about him. He can't be stopped. He's on top. His name's Faaris. I'm going to throw in some applause here. You can't hear this, Faaris, but I am. I can hear it. Guys, let me introduce you to the main man, Faaris. That's spelled Faaris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Flamingo Cantina.
Shouts out Flamingo Canteen. That's not the first time I saw you. Did you know that?
uh, is it not?
No, that was the first time we met in person, but that's not the first time I saw you physically. It's the first time. That was a weird way to put that. What I mean is, that's the first time I saw you was on Creation's Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that open mic too. Damn,
yeah,
it was open mic season.
bro, man. And you know what's crazy to think about is that you were blessing them with the lyrics at that point, because I remember hearing it and going like, "Oh, this shit is hard. They need to be vibing with this a little bit more." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. It's tough, dude. Nobody really talks about those I mean, I'm still consider this an early stage, but it's like those that first like time. It's like playing a song in front of somebody and it's literally like one or two people like listening who've never met you before and like trying to win them over and like that's still kind of the vibe, but it's crazy. It's crazy time.
Dude, and time has been flying though. I will say every time you perform or every time I've worked with you or like you've been at one of my shows, every time somebody always walks away talking about you very positively. And not just other artists, I mean other people
Damn.
who are fans. I asked a girl recently who is a friend of mine. I said, yo, are you still listening to anybody's music? And I'm fishing for me, by the way. I'm fishing for me.
Yo,
I'm
anyone particular? I mean, I don't know about those other guys, but
I was like, yeah, those other guys are cool, but like, have you heard any of the stuff I've been putting out? She was like, yeah, no, I listened to that one tall dude, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be me. She's like, yeah, Faaris. I'm like, okay, okay, all right, okay, all right. But I think that's a beautiful thing, though, and I think that's just like a testament to the longevity of your music and the quality of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know,
I'm honored. Yeah.
I know you don't. I mean, at least in my experience, you don't tend to gloat. So let me do it for you. I think your music definitely has some of the most staying power that I've ever heard recently, and your voice is very like how your voice sounds is just I could see it definitely defining either like a state in music for sure. That's not me joking. I'm just saying for real. How you sound, I could see that carrying on and people being like, I need to be like this person if they're not already doing that. So, take your flowers while you got them. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
thank you, dude. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I appreciate that for sure. Especially like I remember like my voice feeling like such a problem. And like like when you first start rapping and you're like all the way up like up here and you're feeling like a noob rapper. So it's nice to feel like I've made some progress since then. So thank you, man.
Yeah, dude, 1,000%. I want to get into it, because I want to get into talking about one of the first things that I noticed about you though was your just inset like your need. It feels like I'm watching. I'm like when I hear you rap, I can tell like this guy has to do punchlines or he's going to die. Like he cannot make a song without doing some witty fucking punchlines, or else like he won't even release it. So when you rap or when you write, how do you do it? How do you come up with these punchlines? Because I know the only way I can come up with punchlines is I have to relate it to something that I've done, or it has to be. It can't. It's usually very mundane. It's very like very literal shit. But I hear yours, and I'm like, how is this guy thinking so abstractly yet communicating his ideas so clearly?
Yeah, dude. I I don't even know honestly. I will tell you the way. I'll tell you
Yeah,
how it started,
I'm
and I
just
kind of have
dope.
I kind of not I kind of have a way. Well, so I'd say the way I kind of like you have to reverse engineer it a little bit. So it's kind of like, and I mean this is kind of common with just like rap in general. It's like punchline. You kind of have your punchline, and then you do your setup right. Make sure you like fall into place like that right way. So I kind of just work backwards. So like I have this I have this song "Still Sleeping," which I have this punchline that I
Mm.
really love, and uh, sorry, I'm fucking blanking.
Oh
How am
no.
I working for the man and trying to build a brand? Life gave me lemons and I opened up a stand. I squeeze out bars and I serve you a Minute Maid. I should be featured on Lyrical Lemonade. So it's like I feel like I start with that Lyrical Lemonade like theme. So like I'm starting here. Now I'm working backwards. I'm like, okay, like now we're in like this lemon like themed like set of bars, right? And from here I'm just trying to squeeze out as many bars, pun intended, as I can.
I told you he can't stop. He can't stop. He
I
can't
can't
help
stop. I'm
himself.
just I will say though, the way I feel like it started is like I feel like I mean obviously so many people rap, especially like I mean like you went to high school, went to college, like all these kids, like so many people being rappers, like everyone is trying to do it. And I know a lot of people do punchlines, but like I felt like I one way I could set myself apart was if I was saying something that made someone kind of do a double take or kind of pause and be like, "Yo, hold up, that was dope," or that had some like alternative
Mm-hmm.
meaning, kind of like I mean, like I love Lil Wayne and he's like the punchline goat.
Yeah.
So like, and I hear his music literally years later, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like I didn't even catch that the first time. So I kind of love like trying to have that factor of like bringing people back and like, oh, I didn't even catch that the first time, you know?
Yeah. I have that feeling with your songs a lot. I do go through your music and listen to it. Mostly, and this is I listen to everybody's music that I've worked with. Right, I listen to everybody's music to get inspired, to see what they're doing, to be like, what's you know what I'm saying? Especially people who are much younger than me. Like I'm just like, yo, what are you guys doing? Like, what's going on? And I think pretty much every time I've listened to your music, I have come back with like, oh shit, okay, he did say that. That is new. Damn, okay, I missed that the first time. So props to you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you this: when you're rapping, do you take how many takes does it how many takes does it take for you to get to the point where you're happy with the song? I feel like
Oh, dude.
I feel like listening to
Yeah,
you,
sorry.
you no, you're fine. I feel like listening to you, you definitely are a perfectionist. I mean, just how you present yourself, how you speak, and your beat selection, you're definitely a perfectionist. Is that would that be accurate to say?
Yeah, dude, 100%. I I really am like, and if you saw my like sessions and my files, like they're cut up like down to the like words have to hit at the perfect pocket, like has to line up exactly how I want it to. It's a mess, honestly. Sometimes my my way of like doing that. Even like I work with my engineer, I have this engineer here, my boy Big Ro, and he
Shouts out to Big
I'll
Roll.
drive that man crazy. Yeah, I'm like, and like we've developed like a relationship now. So like we're like, I mean, it's all good, but it's like we'll be like minuscule things, and we'll literally be like, I know nobody will notice a difference. He knows nobody will notice a difference, but I'm like, I just can't like get past it unless I
Yeah.
fix these like absolute minuscule things, whether it's timing or frequency effect, like whatever it is. Um, yeah, no, definitely. Even in like videos, like it's got to be clean because like I want to be able to put a song out there forever, right? One, it's out and there's no changing it.
Yeah.
It's like if there's one
1,000%.
part of a song or a cover art or the mix or the beat or whatever, if there's one part of it that's bugging me, I don't want to hear my song once it's out, and that part that comes up, I'm like, oh, I wish I'd fixed that, or I wish I'd done that. So, I'd rather just suck it up, get it all perfect how I want it, and then put out like a complete product.
I respect that. I do. I really do. That like your dedication to making sure each little detail, I think, compounds into a greater project, greater product, and that's very clear in the sound of your music. I think that's one of the first things I noticed too is that your music sounds professional. If I didn't know any better, I mean, not that you aren't professional, but I would hear it and go, "Oh yeah, this guy." Oops,
Oh,
hold on.
good. Oh yeah, it's back.
Okay, hold on. All right, cool. Looks like we're back. All right, great. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, guys, we're back. I'm gonna give myself a few horns for that. Okay. Man, it sucks you can't hear these hype horns. Um, but yeah, no, hearing your music is definitely it's like the quality comes through, and your dedication to that like bar quality is very obvious, at least to me. You know what I'm saying? And
And thank you.
props to you for doing that. I want to ask you about like I know I asked you about punchlines, but like, is there any like process you do to get yourself into that zone? Because I know I don't think we've ever really freestyled together, so I don't think that's kind of how you operate, right? You don't really operate just off the cuff. I feel like you put a lot of like energy into these words that you're saying. So is there a way that you get yourself into the zone? Maybe you want to share with other rappers that are trying to reach your level of proficiency.
Yeah, I kind of just have this like long running notes page in my phone. It's kind of
Mm.
the starter.
Yup.
Like, cause literally like random times throughout the day, I'll think of something. Like I would say at least half of the punchlines or half of the like one liners that you've heard from me, like we're just at a random time throughout the day.
Okay.
Like I have this line in the song that I just dropped. That I really like. So simple. Started from scratch. I've been itching to win, and I remember I just like came up with that and just jotted it down real quick, just like in my notes app, and then I was like, oh, I'll come back to that later. And then so yeah, I have a ton of stuff just kind of going in my notes app, and then when it's time to come and like record, um, honestly, the way it starts, I'm just listening to a ton of
Mm.
beats,
Mm-hmm.
just going through a lot of beats. I'm really picky with beats too,
Uh,
so
you,
some days
you,
I'm just listening to beats.
I gotta ask you also about that. Like, your beat selection is really good, and somehow you do you have a guy you go to because like you have a sound now. Like, I know I've joked with you pretty much every time I've heard your songs at a show. I've been like, if you add in the horns, it's gonna be a Faaris type beat.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
no,
what I'm
straight
saying?
up.
So like, so you do have a guy for that now that you go to, like almost
I
exclusively.
Dude, I don't really honestly like my
Wow.
first 10 songs. I just have like 12 songs out. My first 10, all different producers. Um, Now I just started like going back to ones that like I had worked with before, going back to them a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's exactly some of those producers who are nice with the horns. But yeah, dude, it's weird. I don't know what it is. It's just like this like feeling I get when I first hear a beat. It's just like clicks. It
Yeah.
either clicks or it doesn't.
Yeah.
For me, and like if it does, then like I know where like damn son still sleeping. Like when I first
Mm-hmm.
heard those, I was like, no question, these are being used. These are coming out. These are happening. Like
those are
so like yeah,
those are
some beats
hits.
I just know. I
Those are
appreciate
hits,
it, man.
dude. 1,000%. Like every time, like I don't even know if you look at the audience, but I definitely watch the audience while like I've seen people perform and having people like you. Those, or excuse me, damn son, just chef's kiss. Just gets the crowd going in a great way. You know what I'm saying? It's great. You know.
Yeah, no, that's become my favorite one to perform, I think.
Well, you know
And
what it
yeah, that's an
is.
interesting point.
It's
Huh.
that, sorry to interrupt you. It's that fucking crowd participation that you got going on. It's such a fun
Right,
thing to
right.
say, dude. It's so fun.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. And I want it to be like a fun experience, so
Dude, it is. And like you've just like I've just seen you each show you've always done something different, like small adjustments, and always gotten better. It's so cool to see. It is like honestly one of the coolest things I've been privy to in this city when I watch people perform. No disrespect to anybody else, by the way. Like, hey, I'm looking at the camera, you guys. You guys are great. Anybody else watching this, everybody's doing a great job, and I love seeing everybody else get better. I'm just saying that I've seen some significant improvement in some other people, and we're just going to highlight Faaris's improvements. It's like you do that song, and it's like like yeah, this is going to go well. Like that's what it looks like every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
just been like, I love ending on that song because it's just like ending on such a bang and like really solidifying it. And I'm like, once this is done, like I know people will remember this. So
They do every time. People talk to me every time. So look out. They're gonna start recognizing you in the
shit,
street if they don't already. You know what I'm saying?
like
Yeah.
damn, son, is that?
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. Damn son, is that Faaris? Damn son.
Yeah, I get that has been like a fun like me. Someone said that in my Discord today too, and
I think I saw
it's just like
that.
a yeah. I just love embracing it now. It's like a nice little reminder.
Dude, it's great. I can't wait. You know what? I'm gonna get people to start saying that to you in the streets. You're not gonna
Just
know.
randomly,
It's just gonna be like
yeah.
we're like who the fuck who is saying that? I'm like
They
got
don't even know who I am.
him.
They don't even know my music. They're just saying it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. That's a very TikTokable moment. Speaking of which, I do want to talk about this. I do want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Your presence online is pretty great, if you ask me. You know, I think you do a great job. Like what? How do you decide what kind of marketing campaign you're going to do for your music? You know, I know you do this series of like day this that and the third of finding my target audience. Like, how do you come up with these
Yep.
ideas?
Dude, it's just the trial and error
Mm.
really. And I've kind of just been treating TikTok as a I've been treating TikTok as this like playground where I can just, throw stuff at the wall as many times as I want. Like I feel like I'm shit posting on there at this point, just like spamming that thing and just whatever sticks, sticks. And so like yeah, like you mentioned that my first video that I felt like did like pretty well, like for me, was like that day 7 of trying to reach my target
Mm.
audience or whatever. So I mean, if any artists feel free to use that because like what it did was, or for anybody who doesn't know, I like posted this video of me rapping "Damn Son," and I just said like day 7 of reaching my target audience. Um, and what that did was it led to a lot of comments being like, "Oh, you found me, target audience reached, me, like I'm here, like you found me, target audience reached."
Yes.
So that helped my comments a lot. People engaged a lot. And so, I mean, this whole thing is just about finding what works and just like doubling, tripling down on it. So then, I mean, day 8, 9, 10, I'm just trying to keep doing that and just yeah, finding new ways. I know that people like reading along to like the lyrics helps them understand a bit better. So I always
Mm.
make sure to have that in there, highlight any double entendres. Make sure people catch everything. Yeah, and it's just about consistency, just doing it over and over, and just like I was just thinking today, I was actually gonna make a TikTok about this today. Is like a bit of this like rut that like we all get in. It's like that like 100, 200, 300 view kind of like
Mm-hmm.
run, and it's just about like you can't even think about it. You just have to keep going. Like it doesn't even matter. You just have to keep posting, keep posting. You can't even think about the views. Just keep going. And like actually, and another thing I realized is like I used to do a video, it would get like 150 views and like one comment. I'm like, damn, like nobody really saw it, like bummer. But now like the way I see it is like that's like one new fan still that
Mm-hmm.
I got from that video. So it's like every video, can't hurt. It can only help really. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could hurt if you're doing something messed up on it, but
yeah,
dude,
facts, facts.
you're crushing it. So, oh, we have one person in the chat. What's up, Tony? Dude, thanks for
Hey,
joining us,
oh,
dude. If you have any questions for Faaris, please go ahead and drop it in the chat.
let me
Um,
know, Tony.
On that note, I do want to mention this because this is something that at least in my head comes up when I listen to your music and knowing you as a person too. Um, you talk your shit in your music, right? No debate there. But
I do.
But when people meet you, you are one of the most humble people ever. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a secret that we don't know about. Unless you've got
It's just
unless
it's just with you.
it's just
Everybody else
with
is like,
me.
fuck you, man. Get the fuck out my face.
All right. Well, never mind. Forget it. The question doesn't. Never mind, guys. Sorry. No more question. No. But for real though. But for real, you are like. I mean, and I don't think I'm wrong about it. I'm usually a pretty good judge of people. Like you are a very like a humble person. You seem very grateful that like you've gotten this far, and like you don't ever strike me as somebody like I'm too big. Like you always like you're always trying to get better. You're always trying to help. You know, you're always touching the hearts of your fans with just being personable. How do you balance that? You know what I'm saying? Because like I know for me, when I'm talking my shit in songs, I usually mean it. And so, not that you're lying, but some of that leaks out into my day-to-day life where sometimes I might turn into a jerk. How do you maintain how do you maintain this level of just being such a nice person? Because you're a very nice person. How do you do it?
How do you do it? Oh, thanks, you man. You're bigging me up too much. I don't even know if I deserve all that, but
I mean, we
I mean,
can
I'm
take
a
it
big
back. We can cut it. It's fine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
yeah,
kidding.
yeah, I was playing. I'm a big proponent of like just like letting the music speak. And like the way I see it, like what I've noticed is if I to say anything and I can let the music talk, then the way people see me is a lot greater. They're like, oh damn, like he didn't even have to flex for us to feel flexed on almost. Like
Mm,
that's the real flex.
yeah.
It's that he didn't have to say anything. Because oftentimes I feel like we've all met people who talk a big game, but then when it comes to it, they fall short. And that's even more embarrassing than just being lackluster in general. It's when you talk big and you don't live up to it at all.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I'm big on doing the opposite. Is like not feeling the need to talk, or to be like super cocky or
Mm,
anything. Because I feel like I'm confident enough in the music that I'm like I know that once they hear it, they'll get it, they'll see it.
mm.
And then they'll come up to me and be like, "Oh, like I didn't even know like you're doing all this. This music's so fire, this and that." And so
Y-
just like 'cause I also feel like obviously like every now and then like you should like let it slip, let it slide a little bit. But like the people who are constantly just like, "Oh, my shit's fire, my shit's the best, this and that." It's always short. It's never
mm,
what they say it is to be, and just what I've noticed.
mm-hmm,
So I never
mm-hmm.
want to be that guy.
I want to be that guy. Yo, we have a
uh,
question from the chat
yeah,
from Tony. He's asking
yeah.
you, what have you had the most success from? Making the beat, the rhymes, everything. Taking or buying a beat online, or what has brought you the most engagement, or is it different every time? I know that's a long-winded question, but what you got?
Yeah. So I think I can. So just disclaimer before I even answer. So I don't produce. Um, I don't really engineer anything. I'm just solely writing, rapping, singing. Um, and not that this is the most helpful answer, but it really is different for everybody because with me, I feel like I want to dedicate like so I'm so big on writing and rapping and like getting good bars across and like wanting every line to hit that I want to dedicate all of my time to writing and recording um and making sure that like I have that like I mean obviously like we're all busy with our real life or job school whatever it is so like I feel like I want to kind of use all my time that I have for that but I know people I mean like Chuck all these other guys, you too, who like produce your own thing and you're able to kind of cultivate the exact sound that you want and you guys engineer it too. So like and for you guys, I think that works really well, especially like you and Chuck, like I don't think anybody else could make those beats that you
Mm,
guys hop on and make. So it really is just different for everybody. What I found works for me is I get beats for different producers. As soon as I kind of can record a demo over a beat that I like, hit up the producer, we'll work it out, whatever it needs to be. I'll make that song, drop it, kind of put my focus into getting my bars across and delivering it. Um, but yeah, I hope that kind of answers your question. I know it's kind of about, but
No, that was a perfect
that's just,
answer. That was a perfect answer, and I'm sure Tony will be happy with that. Thank you, Tony, for bringing that question to the chat. I appreciate it. Actually, Faaris, before we continue, I should have done this before. I'm gonna drop this link. Is it cool if I drop this link in your Discord, so in case your fans want to talk to you right now?
oh, dude, yeah,
I
for
totally
sure.
forgot to do that. Excuse me.
All
Can I just
good.
can I drop it in general chat? Where do you want me to drop it?
Yeah, job in general.
Interview with your main
Oh,
man.
damn, dude, I didn't even think of that. I should have done like a announcement or an ad everyone.
All right, totally
Yeah, dude,
forgot.
I mean, I
Any
can throw it in there if you
okay.
want, or if you want to, that's cool too.
No, you should do it because nobody knows who the fuck I am here.
I'll just hit everybody. Could you
I just sent you.
Discord me that? Okay.
I just sent you the link. Okay. Wait a second. So, do you know Tiger? Do you know him?
Yeah, through the
Oh,
Underground Voices
okay.
Discord.
Yeah, okay. So he said, "Call me Tony" because he doesn't know me as. Call me Tiger because he doesn't know me as Tony.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh,
oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think we've met, but
oh,
gotten to gotten to know him a little bit through the Discord.
bro, you gotta meet him. Such good energy, man. Such good energy.
Dude,
Like
I'm
it's
hyped, dude. Yeah, let's need
honestly,
to
it's the
run
best
a
thing going
good
on,
little
man.
session.
Dude, yeah, man, we've been working hard, man. We gotta. First of all, we all just gotta get together and just grab a drink or something. Actually,
Yeah,
my my
facts.
my birthday's next week. Another note, we'll come back to the interview in a second. But
Okay.
my birthday's next week, so we should all do something. By which I mean just grab a
Dude,
quick drink. You know what I mean,
yeah, dude, I'm there.
dude?
Uh,
Whenever you post that, let me know, and then I will continue talking to you.
well, let me.
Yeah, that's true, Tony. Yeah, I know you only call me Paul. Like a few people call me P, and a few people call me P Miller, which feels pretty cool if I'm being completely honest.
P Miller. That's what I call, or that's how I kind of refer to you. That's how I met you. So I mean, you P Miller
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. I mean, hey, man, whatever works. I mean, to the homies, you just call me my name, but or whatever. But yeah, that I've had a few people just only refer to me as P or P Miller. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I kind of like being referred to by my artist name. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat.
Word.
Yeah, that's true, Tiger. I am turning 79. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an old man. I act like an old man. It's ridiculous. Did you know I stopped drinking? Did you know that?
Really,
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not.
Yeah, I haven't had a drink since like June. Um
Really?
yeah, so I think I'm going to have a beer or two on my birthday. I think
Hell yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah,
going to
that'll
do something
be
with that.
will be more than enough at that point if
Right?
if it's been that long.
That's what I'm saying. We
That's the
about to
beauty of it.
Dude, it's the beauty of it. Oh, what's up, Cake? Thank you so much for joining. Here, have some horns. Cake, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Hey guys, if you have any questions for Faaris as this interview goes on, as this little hang sesh goes on, please drop them in the chat. This guy has so much insight. You don't get this. You don't become this talented without being as smart as Faaris is. You know what I'm saying? This is not. None of this is an accident. You know what I'm saying? None of this is an
None of
accident.
this.
You know what I'm saying? This is all calculated. Cake just got the horns. Nice. All right. So let's jump back in. You posted it in the Discord?
Yeah. One
Okay.
sec. Let me. One sec.
Faaris is adjusting his camera really quick, and we're gonna return to it. Don't look at that stuff on the ground, guys. Don't look at that. That's gonna get us flagged. That's gonna get us flagged. Oh, we got another question in the chat. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna just jump right in.
Fuck it.
Oh yeah, yeah, DT, we vibing. I mean, I'm not burning up on camera, but please, if you got them at home, go ahead and smoke them.
Hey yo.
All right,
Word.
you good there, Faaris?
We good. We good.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Here's some applause. We're back. We're going to introduce him again. This is the main man, Faaris. We are chilling with the sensation coming out of the southern nation, a.k.a. Texas, burning up the charts. You heard it here first. This guy can't be stopped. He's on top. You know what I'm saying? Can't be stopped. His name's Faaris. Faaris. You know what it is. Spell it right or not at all. All caps, baby. Pour up a drink to that. Faaris, let's reach into the chat for some questions, baby. Let's reach into the chat. So Anim Kandokar says, yo, what's your motivation for making music? What motivates you, Faaris?
Good question.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to quit my day job, so this music shit better work out. No plans.
There's no ifs. We don't do ifs here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, dude, honestly, like I'll just be listening to like I'm listening to music all day, as I'm sure
Mm.
like most people are.
Mm.
All day in the car, during work. I mean, day I got headphones in all day, and like I'm just hearing like my favorite rappers, my favorite artists, singers, whatever, and I'm like, man, like how do they do this shit? And like I feel like they really push me to like want to be able to like be creative. I'm like, damn, I want to do shit like this. In the same way that like not even in like a weird way, but like some of my friends will hit me up and be like, oh, like your stuff inspires me to like kind of want to do my own thing or like make this kind of music or even do art or whatever it is.
Mm.
So it's like it's kind of like this nice, almost, this beautiful chain of like inspiration that happens.
Mm.
Um, and so I feel like, yeah, I see even like you guys, I see other rappers, artists I know, and it just pushes me to keep going. And yeah, and I enjoy talking my shit as well, so that helps.
Yeah, he definitely likes talking his shit, but it's well deserved. You know what I'm saying? It's well deserved. Like we discussed earlier, you don't ever like you say it, but like you know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to step in the ring with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Shit,
I'm not trying to
I'm
get
ready.
I'm not trying to get dissed. F that. So we got another question in the chat. Have you ever been self-conscious of your voice and or music? And if
Dude,
so, how do you work through it? I've got all the motivation, but I never feel satisfied with what I made. That is coming from Cake. Shouts out Cake. Here's some horns for you, baby. Great question.
yeah,
Great question.
that's literally every day. Sometimes even like now, and you can any of my friends like will tell you when I was making my first few songs, like I was always like, damn, I don't think I should release this. I don't think I like should do this. I can do this. I'll be working on my engineer, like, yo, like how do we fix my voice? Even like that, even like I mean, like my song Sauna, which is like pretty
Mm,
recent, the
yeah.
chorus on that is pitched down. I think it sounds hard as hell, but like I originally did that chorus normally, and I was like, it's just like not hitting the way like I think a rap chorus should. So it's like I still, and so I pitched it down. So I still do have this like self-conscious like aspect when it comes to that. And like that's probably the most common thing I get from my friends or like DMs. It's like my voice and this and that. And what I would say is I totally get it. Going, you naturally fall into that pocket, you fall into that voice. Now when I deliver, I can like feel the adjustments I've made. Because at first, trust me, my voice it was super, not where I wanted it to be. So
Mm,
I get where you're coming from. It's really just like a practice thing over time. You make one song, you make another one, you keep going, and then your voice just kind of naturally settles into that range that fits well for you. So yeah, it's just a matter of consistency, really. Just keep on going.
So you heard it here. The secret to the success that Forrest has seen and the future successes that he's going to see is
Hopefully,
consistency. Hopefully, like I said, we don't do that here. Not on this stream.
no
Not
ifs,
on this
no
stream.
ifs.
No, 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 no. If you've ever spoke to me, then you're gonna do great. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I
Uh,
I, I want to inspire and I want everybody around me to do great. And I believe in you. I believe in everybody else. So you guys are gonna do great. Of
Shout out
course.
P Miller.
Man, hey, I'm gonna throw some horns on
Throw some
that.
horns for that. Yo, and shout out to the Discord. Cake and Neem already popped in. I just threw that link in there. Already got the squad in. So really appreciate
Bro,
y'all hopping in on this Tuesday night.
yo, let's talk about your fans really quick. Let's talk about these ride or die folks for Faaris. I've been in your Discord, I think, since you launched it, and the love that you get from these folks, these fine folks, these funny folks, these just passionate folks is just immaculate. It really, it's hard to describe seeing on this scale how much they ride for you. How does that make you feel, knowing that these people are really riding for Faaris and Faaris's music?
Dude, I mean, I'm super, super grateful, obviously. I wouldn't even care if there's like one person, two people, five, 10, like literally anybody who is with it like that. I'm super grateful. I mean, comments I get, DMs I get, I'm always thanking people who dig up my music. And I mean, they're what's really pushing this. Like, they're the driving factor behind this. That's why I started that Discord in the first place. I just wanted a community to really like have everyone like together and
Mm.
I mean, it started off. I mean, Cake was like probably like the first person in there. Cake actually came to I think Cake came to one of the shows at Chicon Street.
Wow. Oh,
Um
wow. Okay. That's
yeah, so
awesome.
it's like yeah, dude, and I mean, I don't take a single thing for granted. I don't take any of that for granted. Because I know people these nobody has to stream my music. Nobody has to listen to me. Like, they could easily just like stop, and never give a fuck about me again, but they do. So I appreciate that.
That's awesome, man. Yo, we got a question from the chat from Tiger, aka Tony, aka Mr. Stripes, aka Backwards Cap.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
he's got a question. He wants to know when your next show is. Live show, not streaming.
Yeah,
I think.
I should be asking P Miller that question. This dude is straight
I
responsible for like 80-90% of my live shows
I
that I've done.
I've got something planned in the works. Trust me. I've got something for you. Don't get it twisted. I have not forgotten
Yeah,
about you
no, no,
guys. I've not
I
forgotten
know,
about
I
you guys.
know. Also,
Um,
real quick, my bad. My phone is dying. Is it cool if I put on charge? Is it cool if I turn it like this, or is that gonna fluctuate?
no, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Your head's a little
Cool.
chopped off, but I can fix that really
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, no, no.
I will fix
This is
that.
better.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I'm changing it like I'm like you're about to get your driver's
Oh, okay,
license. There it is. There it is.
okay.
Okay.
But
Cake.
yeah, no, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Cake says, not a question, but I told a friend about how I was going to one of your concert shows and they got jealous. What? Horns for that. Horns for that. We got people out here jealous that they're not making it to a Faaris show. Cake must have been talking to me because I would have been jealous for that too. How does that make you feel, man? How does that make you feel?
Dude, I mean, I can't believe it because and I mean, you know this too. It's like it's kind of crazy. Like, when you first start making music, it's like anybody who listens, at least is how I was. Like, I'm almost in disbelief. Like, it's like you made this thing, whether it's in your bedroom or whatever. Like, these ideas came out, and like someone went out of their way to actually listen to it. Like, it still like blows my mind. So like the fact that anybody, and that's just like streaming a song or like following me, checking out my Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So it's like the fact that somebody like cares enough to come to one of my shows. Um, I mean, those are like the people that'll ride for you, like
Mm-hmm.
for the time to come. Like making it down the line or a few years down the line. Hopefully, shows are a bit bigger. More fans in the area. But it's like I can always rely on that one person that I know has been there from the start. So
A
that's what I
thousand
really
percent.
appreciate.
1,000%. Tony says, "Yeah, that's where I saw you live. Was the last Chicon Street show." And,
Oh,
man, that's great, man.
yeah, Chico's the spot.
Bro, honestly, hearing this makes me so happy too, because like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I mean, for everyone who doesn't know, this is the guy who put all those shows on. So
man,
just
thank you,
us to that.
man. It really does make me super happy to see it, because as soon as I saw you, as soon as I saw Chuck, everybody, like even Kason, who he actually reached out to me. We're gonna be doing one of these in the future too. Um, that was an interesting story. I post on Reddit a lot, and he actually saw me post, and he just randomly messaged me, and that's how we linked up. Um, but but just seeing you guys, it's I don't know, man. It really fills my heart with joy because that's what I set out to do was provide this space for you guys, and it's really cool to see that this is happening. You know, so shouts out to you guys for like clearly having a goal and getting towards it. You know what I'm saying? You guys are crushing it. Somebody said, "Yeah, I came there for Paul, but he was last." It's never about me. It's not about me. Speaking of not being about me, we got another question in the chat. This is from Arham Siddiqui. What
Hey, yo.
what listeners do you have in other countries, and which was the most random or surprising? That's a good
Dude,
question.
it's yeah, dude, pretty much like every country will be like a few streams. It's really random. What honestly surprises me the most, I mean, there'll be like one or two streams here and there, but what surprises me is when I'll see like a surge in a like I'll see like 100 streams in Ukraine, and I'm like, damn, really? Like they're out there like like saying, "Damn, son," like
Well, you didn't
is it
know.
going down over there? Like I did not know. Yeah, straight up.
That's what they're bumping in the
Uh,
tanks when they're fighting against Russia. That's what they're bumping in the tanks. Is that can I say that? I don't know. That's I'm sorry. I
oh
totally
my God,
interrupted you.
my target demographic. Yeah, no, but I mean even like Russia, India. I just dropped a song not even a week ago. That guy, which is like had like 200 listeners from Turkey. And
Wow.
I'm like, how is it even? I mean, the internet's just crazy, and like the way these
Yes.
algorithms like can show anything in front of anybody. And oh, another thing that really surprises me is on Apple Music you can see like the Shazams.
Ooh. Okay.
So like I'll see a song that like one of my I have a song like Presidential, and it was like Shazammed 100 times in Mexico. So I was like,
Yes.
where? I was like, first of all, like, where are they even playing this for people to be Shazamming it? You know, that's my first question. Like, this is being played somewhere people are Shazamming. Second of all, who's Shazamming this? Because hit me up. You know, like I would love to know. I would love to know what's this party in Mexico.
Right? I'm
But
trying to go to that party. Yo, when you get that flight to that party, let me know. I'm going to fly down there too so I can watch.
the presidential party.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're probably bumping that. Are you kidding me? Bro, 1,000%.
I'm saying.
That's awesome, man. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing so well, man. Let me ask you what you've got. Like, are you excited about anything happening soon? Cake says, "Are we getting Faaris merch soon? What's up with that? How we feeling? Got some socks, t-shirts, some bikinis for the ladies.
Sucks.
You know what I'm saying?"
just my face straight bikini.
Yeah.
Dude, I think about this all the time. I would love to have merch, especially like because I have like all these ideas in my head, and like I know, like even on my Discord, like I got like creative ass like people. Like I know, like we could come up with something, you know, and like really make something clean. I'm just always in my head about, oh, will people like it? Will people get it? That's just something I don't
Mm.
know if artists ever
Uh,
get past, but like even with like music, I'm the same way. But short answer, yes, for sure. Long answer, still short answer. I don't know how soon. I would love to do something. I'm thinking uh I'm kind of I've been playing around with the idea of a project for a while. Like album EP type deal. So I
yeah.
think like branding that with like
Oh,
some merch associated
is
and
this a
like
leak? Is this a
in
first
one big shit. I mean
or is this the first we're hearing of a
maybe I
new?
don't know, throwing that out there. You didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from
Yeah,
me.
I didn't hear. We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Faris merch project collab thing going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a
No,
stream,
no
man.
socks, no bikinis from me.
That's. Oh, Cake looks to be pretty excited about it, so that's awesome. That's really good. You got people wanting it, man. You got people wanting it, so that's awesome. Uh,
Yeah, man.
what do you got? So we're about 45 minutes in, and I want to spend the last few minutes. Oh yeah, Anim Kandokar says album, and then big eyeball emoji. So you know what I'm saying? Hey man, they know what they want. So hey, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
Gotta give them what they want.
That's what I'm saying, man. The people want it.
Who am I? Who am I to say no?
That's what I'm saying. So let's spend the last few minutes talking about like what you're excited about, man. Like, what do you got, to look forward to? Is there you got any surprises for the end of the year? I know we only got 1 month left, but like, what's your future looking like? If we want to get a little abstract, what are you excited about?
Yeah. So I just dropped this single, "That Guy," like 5 days ago. Stream that shit. That shit is heat. Um, likely doing a music video for
Ooh,
it. I don't think I've told anybody or mentioned that anywhere, but music
okay.
video for that guy. We got like the visuals. It's gonna go fucking crazy. I've only done one other music video, so this will just be my second one. I think it's gonna be insane. So that's another thing for this year. I think it's just gonna be a lot of promoting that kind of stuff. For this last month and a half. But then come next year, as soon as January hits, we're back singles, and then some album hints.
Some hints. Who knows,
Yeah, we're still going. Yeah, yeah. No time off, really.
dude?
I just
No,
gotta. I'm so motivated these days. Like,
that's good.
and I know everybody says that, but like I'm really like in that zone. Like I've like been recording like every day, like consistently, like even this last week, like I've just been like going ham, which I've never really done like that before. Like I'm always like I'll take days off or I'm tired or I'll come to
Mm-hmm.
it when I feel like it. But these days I'm just like song after song I've been churning out. So
Awesome,
I'm
man.
amped.
I'm excited to hear what you've got, dude. Fuck, that makes me amped. Here's some horns for that audience. He can't hear the horns. That's why he's not reacting to them. But
And I can kind of hear him actually. I can hear him.
oh, okay,
I can feel
great.
him.
Okay,
That's more important.
right. You can feel it right here. You can feel it right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, before we wrap this up, I do want to talk. Let's speak from like artist to artist really quick. Before we wrap this up, let's speak to artist. Like, how do you, I feel like this is a rudimentary question. You get this on a lot of like low key interviews with artists that are up and coming or even established people, and it feels kind of loaded. But I am very interested though, like with somebody with your background, with your profession, with your cultural identity. How do you feel about hip hop? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about it?
Um, I mean, just like in general, if
In
talking about like the
general,
culture,
I kept it vague to see what your first response was to that.
hip hop. I mean,
Like, what does it mean to you?
right off the bat, I mean, I love it. Like it's like I feel like I didn't even realize it all these years, but like if you ask like any of my friends, like I am a true like hip hop head. You can ask these people in the chat. You can ask Arham. You can ask Aneem. I've known those guys for way back. I went to college with Aneem. We would be freestyling. I was freestyling all at college. I've been putting my friends like I show my friends like every time I find a rapper or a song that I love, like I love it so much. I just want like everybody to feel what I'm feeling. So like I'll
Mm.
literally put my friends on all of it. I'm like, yo, you gotta listen to this. You gotta listen to this. You gotta like. It's like I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know how this happened. I don't even know like where along the line I became this obsessed, but like it happened, and I just went all in. And I mean, it's like my life now. Like not even exaggerating. Hip hop is like I like every day I'm thinking about like how to push
Mm.
this forward and how to like add something that wasn't there before to like this culture, like bring, something new to the table, which is essentially what I just want to be able to do.
And I gotta
Um,
say, and this will be my last thing I say about you, but that is one thing that I've clearly noticed in your efforts is that like you do have a love for this stuff, and like clearly it is going to be a job for you at some point. It's going to be the thing that's going to make you. I'm claiming it here first, by the way.
dude,
I know you said if. I know you say if, but I don't say if. It's going to be what you do someday, right? And it will be a job, but it's great to see that somebody with your skills and your just success is doing this first and foremost out of the love for the art. And it's a bummer to say that sometimes that's a bit of a shocker these days. So just from one hip hop person to another, you thank you for just being just so you and just purely loving the art. And you know what I'm saying. So thank you for that. It's from one hip hop person to another. So rock on to you. Um, so all right, one last question from the chat, and then we're gonna sign off. You
Yeah,
ready? That's one last
yeah.
question, and this one might be a little hard actually, because I'm thinking about it right now. So Arham Siddiqui says, "Can someone clarify the difference between hip hop and rap?" LMAO. And I know they said someone, but I'm gonna pass it to you. I'm gonna pass it to you. What is the difference between hip hop and rap?
Sure. So the way I see it, um, hip hop culture has been around for a while. And to me, that includes rap, but hip hop culture includes, like dancing, like break dancing, that's hip hop, or like the way people, dress hip hop. It's like one big culture. So like dancing, music, clothes. The way I see it is like one big like tree of culture um, that encompasses like a lot of different things. Um, and I think that like rap is like that like art of just like rapping and putting words together, and that is like
Mm.
kind of like a sect of like hip hop. Like people say like I'm a hip hop artist. What comes into my head is like I almost think of like a dude with like like baggy jeans, like t-shirt. He's almost like break dancing, like this
Mm-hmm.
chains, everything. So it's like the full
Uh huh.
package to me. And like I mean, over time, like semantics and all these things change. Um, but that's kind of like the slight separation I see.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's all become ingrained. The same way we say beat maker, producer. Same
Yeah.
way it's all just become it's like language at this point. But
Right.
yeah, I
Semantics.
don't know. That's how I see it. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna
good question.
give some horns for that one, for the question and the answer. That was tight. That was tight. Yo, Faaris, dude, my man, my main man. It has been a lot of fun. Thank you for dropping in and doing this, dude. Uh,
Dude.
is there anything you'd like to plug before we sign off? Anything that you want people to know about? Because I'm going to be making clips of this stuff and posting it everywhere that I can. So, is there anything you want people to know?
Word. I mean, just yeah, be on the lookout. Faaris, all streaming platforms. F2A's RIS. Um, and then follow me if you're not already. FAARIS.mp3 on the gram. You get good updates on there. And then yeah, I'll stay connected. And then through there, get in the Discord if you're about it. We have a good time there building the fun little community. So just getting started.
Hell yeah. Right on. You guys heard it here, folks. That was Faaris, spelled Faaris. Don't forget the IS, because this is the best rapper you'll hear. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that stuff. Yeah, right. And I've been P. Miller. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm the creator of Underground Voices. We throw events for local artists in Austin, and we're a community that's all about uplifting each other and making sure that, one person eats and we all eat. It's all for the art, and it's all for the love of it. So if you rock with me and you rock with that idea, I would love it if you dropped in the Discord or you subscribed and liked to this video. We'll be back again. Faaris, I hope you're in a month or two when you've got some projects that you want to talk about. I'd love to do this again, dude. So
I'm there.
hell yeah, dude. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining, and we're signing off, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys. Peace. And I am